Hello, assalamu alaikum. Hi, good afternoon, everybody. How are you doing? Or good day, because I don't know what time you'll be seeing this video. So I pray everybody is doing well, and I pray life is treating everybody fine. As for me, alhamdulillah, everything is going well. So a quick one. It's been a while since I posted anything I'm aware of, but I just was going through Instagram, and I came and I saw another post again about this whole Hassanat and Abdullah situation, and it's really unfortunate and sad. And I just felt the urge and need to say something, not because I know much about it or because I'm trying to use the particular situation to shine. Astaghfirullah, that's definitely not the reason or at all. Believe me, I'm actually at work and very tired, but I felt I should say what came to my mind before I forget, which is basically astaghfirullah. First of all, if you do not know about the Abdullah and the Hassanat situation, I advise you to probably research and know more about it, not for the sake of gossip or anything, but for more enlightenment, and more information, so that it's more or less like a way to checkmate yourself. Because believe me, I was one of the greatest fans and followers of this social media couple. There were so much of marriage goals for me. I've posted their pictures on my WhatsApp stories severally, countlessly, with the whole and with saying mashallah marriage goals. But astaghfirullah. If Allah is the kind of God who grants wishes and prayers immediately you request for them, then astaghfirullah, only God knows, maybe I would have been granted what I wished for without even knowing that what I wished for was not good for me. What am I saying here? Okay, we see couples, we see posts, we see people's lifestyle all over social media, and some of us even get depressed because we want what we are seeing. But in most cases, what this story is just telling us in essence is that most of the time we see something on social media, we do not know that's not all of it. There's a whole lot of other things behind what we see, and we should be very careful what we wish for. And then secondly, again, with Islam, astaghfirullah, we human beings have come to judge Islam based on human beings. A whole lot of us judge Islam, the religion, based on human beings now. And now this also teaches us not to do that. This is totally wrong, because here we have a man and a woman who who appeared to be husband and wife. The wife was always in niqab. Only her eyes is seen all of the time. She's always properly dressed in hijab, niqab, and mashallah, when you see them, you say this is a perfect Muslim couple. But astaghfirullah, who are we to judge just because we saw somebody putting on a garment? Just because we saw someone putting on a garment, that should not in any way make us to say this is a perfect Muslim, because Islam is way beyond just what you put on. Islam is too precious, it's too much more than just what you put on. Yes, mashallah, putting on, dressing the right way, dressing decently, covering up yourself is what Islam teaches. It is good for so many countless reasons. But then that's not all it is about. Islam is not all about knowing how to recite the Quran with a perfect voice. Islam is not only all about cramming the entire Quran. Islam is not only about putting on the hijab and the niqab. Islam is much more than all of that. It's an entire lifestyle. So we should not be quick to judge people just because we see them in a particular way. In as much as we should not judge Muslims based on seeing them appearing in a particular way, we should not also condemn people just because we see them leaving their heads open and putting on skimpy clothes. We should be very careful. Hafsa, myself, I should be very careful. I should not utter a word against another person, because you never know who is even Allah's friend. Yes, Allah's friends do exist, because there are people amongst the prophets. There's a prophet who was Allah's friend, and there are people who spend their days and nights praying to be very, very close to Allah and to be their friends. And we know Almighty Allah is the most merciful. You never know if Allah has granted that person's prayers, and that person has established himself a very, very strong relationship over time with Allah. It's really, really sad what has happened, and I just feel all of us need an awakening, and we need to really, really guide ourselves. We need to be very, very careful what we see and wish for, because I think this also tells us that when you pray for something and it doesn't come immediately, you should not be angry, because that just means that God knows best, and He sees beyond your prayer, and He knows what is happening behind the curtain. Because here in this instance, you might be a single lady or a single guy, and you see this perfect Muslim couple who appear on social media to always be happy, they know all about Islam, they are living in a religious life, and they are happy. So you see that picture as a single person, and you're like, oh ya Allah, mashallah, ya Allah, please give me this is what I want, this is what will make me happy. You just made that prayer casually, carelessly, without knowing that underneath everything is a whole lot of filth that you will never want to be associated with. And if Allah was the kind of God that you might maybe wish Him to be, or if He was that kind of God who would just grant a prayer just like that, then you would have gotten something very, very bad out of just that thing that you prayed for. But because God is and He's all-knowing and all-kind, He knows beyond, He sees beyond today and yesterday. He knows what would happen tomorrow, and He knows what happens behind curtains. He decides to look out for you when you are not looking out for yourself, when you are being careless with your own life. He is being careful for you. So Alhamdulillah for the guidance, Alhamdulillah for everything, Alhamdulillah for the knowledge, and may Allah forgive them. May Allah forgive them for their transgressions and for their sins. May He forgive us too for whatever sins we might have committed, the ones that we commit knowingly and the ones that we have committed unknowingly. And may He guide us to live good lives far from any form of sin that would take us away from the path of happiness and success in this dunya and in the akhirah. So pardon me if I made any mistake in this video. Please, I'm open to suggestions, I'm open to corrections, and also criticisms, good criticisms that would better me in a way. So Alhamdulillah, have a very, very good day, and bye for now.